The following is a meditation on healing from grief. Remember that healing doesn't happen through dismissing or bypass. Healing happens by allowing space for direct awareness and by choosing to feel our feelings. And grief isn't only from death of a loved one. We can grieve all kinds of losses, many of which go unacknowledged, and they can build up, leading to anxiety, depression, stress, and even physical symptoms like fatigue, headaches, or autoimmune flares. The other losses we can grieve are such as a relationship loss, either through a breakup, divorce, or estrangement, and it can feel like death itself. And often these aren't treated with the same support. We can grieve the loss of a pet, a beloved animal. If we lose, can be deeply painful, and it's often minimized by others. We can grieve the loss of an identity or a role, either through retirement or a job loss, loss of health, such as through chronic illness, disability, or injury, and where we grieve for the body and the life we once had. We can grieve the loss of safety or trust, if we have been betrayed by someone, and we may lose a sense of security that we once had. Griefs can also be such as the loss of a dream or expectation, some unfulfilled goals, or some unexpected life changes, which can have deep emotional weight. Some losses can be ambiguous, where someone can be physically present but psychologically gone. Maybe somebody suffering from like Alzheimer's or dementia, or even somebody in active addiction. One could have a loss of a community or culture, which can feel very sad through immigration or moving away, or for some reason being cut away from family. It can leave us grieving, losing our home or identity. And other losses can be like something for the collective or a global loss, experiences like the pandemic or war or anxiety about the climate. And often that is very unspoken grief. So we'll do a short practice for this. So find a quiet, stable posture and sit upright but relaxed, and let your hands gently rest. And you can close your eyes or have a downward gaze. And we start by arriving in the body. Feel your seat on the cushion or chair, your feet on the floor, your hands touching each other, or if they're placed on your thighs. And sense the stillness in the room around you. This is just a moment of remembering you are here, you are safe. And now just bring your attention to the breath. We are not controlling it, just noticing it. Feel the inhale and the exhale. Where do you feel it most clearly? Like at your nostrils, or the rising and falling of the chest or the belly, stay with that, the breath by breath. And if the mind wanders, we'll just gently note it and bring it back to the breath. There's nowhere else to be and nothing to fix. So now bring your mind to the loss, maybe to the loved one who's no longer with you, or any of the things that one could be grieving, the identity, the loss of health or a relationship, or loss of a dream or expectation. Gently just allow, without forcing anything. Allow whatever arises to arise. It may come as an image or a sensation. It may come as a memory or a wave of sorrow. Whatever is here, just meet it with interest, not with judgment. You notice how grief feels in the body. Is there a tightness, a dull, hollow ache, warmth, constriction in the throat, like a lump in the throat? Can you allow it to be here without needing to change it? We observe moment by moment. We observe how things arise and pass away. This is insight practice. Like this sensation is known. This emotion is known. This thought is known. For instance, if it's sadness, we know the emotion of sadness. And notice that you are the one who's knowing. You are not the grief itself. Now with awareness, with grounded in the body, explore what you're feeling. Because grief is not one thing, it's a process. And it will change, it will flow and evolve. So just notice what comes as grief. You may notice a longing for what was. You feel anger that things are different. You feel a desire to make the pain go away. Grief is not a weakness, it's a sacred wound. Grief is love with nowhere to go. So in this space, we allow all stages of grief to be honored. If you ever thought, this can't be real, this can't be happening, Know that your heart was protecting you, and whisper softly to yourself, it's safe to feel now. And for anger, if you feel your pain become fire, or a why is echoed, like why did this happen? Know that your soul was crying for justice, for meaning. And you whisper softly to yourself, it's safe now to be heard. If you've ever said, if only, or what if, and you were trying to control what you couldn't control, then you gently whisper, it's safe now to surrender. It's safe now to allow. And if your days feel heavy and you're sunk beneath waves of sorrow, know that you were touching the depth of love's absence. And whisper, it's safe now to rise. Remember that acceptance is not forgetting. If I accept a loss, I'm not forgetting. I just carry them with me and I walk forward. I accept the change and I choose to move forward, carrying it with me. Can you notice these passing experiences? Even this sorrow, deep as it is, it's not fixed. It's impermanent. And see how it changes. The sensations come and go. The emotions come and go. And when you see the change is when you give it space. And see how your relationship to this shifts when you stop resisting. The pain may still be there, but the suffering softens when we stop fighting what is. Suffering softens when we stop fighting what is. Now bring a gentle awareness to the heart, just noticing what is already there, the grief that is there. And can you meet it with compassion? Not pity, not fixing, just simply holding it like a mother holds a child. Breathing in, you say, I acknowledge this pain. And breathing out, say, may I hold it with kindness. Breathing in, I acknowledge this pain. Breathing out, may I hold it with kindness. And let the mind rest in this moment. Awake, tender, and present. And grief is not a sign that something has gone wrong. It arises, it moves, it flows, and it changes. Remember, breathing in, I acknowledge this pain. Breathing out, may I hold it with kindness. Now gently bring your attention back to the breath. Feeling the inhale, the exhale, the rising, the falling. And remember that peace and sorrow can exist together. Joy and pain can exist together. And allow yourself to rest in this truth. Everything arises and everything passes. What we are is the awareness itself. We begin to feel the weight of the body, the ground beneath our feet. Notice any sounds around you. And take a moment to bow inwardly. Thank you, grief, for what you've shown me. And thank you, breath, for carrying me through. And thank you, awareness, for holding it all. May your grief continue to be your teacher, and may you meet each moment with presence. And may the love you lost continue to reveal itself in new ways. Now you may gently open your eyes and remember to meet each moment with presence. And may the love you lost continue to reveal itself in new ways.